let me move on, okay? Because I don't know whether or not y'all have checked out LeBron's new podcast, Mind the Game, with the one and only JJ Redick. To say this, let me get this out of the way. It's pretty damn good. I give both of them mad credit for it. We should all watch it. We want to hear about the subject of basketball. Those are two brothers worth listening to, no doubt about it. But that doesn't mean that occasionally LeBron don't get on my damn nerves, or he won't get on my damn nerves. Because he said something this week that caught my attention about his early years with the Miami Heat, meaning year one in Miami, and talking about filling out that roster around him with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Before I even go any further with my opinion, which I will openly confess pissed me off, take a listen to this clip, please, courtesy of 342 Productions and Uninterrupted. Check this out.
My first year in Miami, yeah, we had a big three. And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys, which was still okay, but we didn't fill out the complimentary guys enough. Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, but we didn't have enough as far as enough complimentary guys to actually make it all work. And we still made it to the finals. And we still probably should have won the finals, but I still give credit. Listen, it is what it is. You win and you lose, and we lost. There's no, Dallas was fucking good, and they hit a stride at the right time. Dirk was unbelievable. But my second year, we was able to grab some complimentary players and role players that really just, I'm talking about superstars in their roles.
LeBron James. That is some straight bullshit. You got to be kidding me. I know that you didn't just say that with the cameras rolling. That's bullshit. Somebody got to say it, so I'm going to say it. Now let's get this out of the way right now. Put up the roster that LeBron is alluding to. LeBron is telling the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Joel Anthony, Carlos Arroyo, Mike Bibby, Mario Chalmers. By the way, Mario Chalmers could play. Eric Dampier, Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem was younger considerably at that particular moment in time. He wasn't some has-been, okay? Eddie House could shoot. Juwan Howard, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, James Jones, Jamal Maglio, Mike Miller, Dexter Pittman. I don't know why Jerry Stackhouse was on there. He's only there for a month. He wasn't on the roster in the NBA Finals. LeBron, you want to make the argument about your roster. I totally understand. But you see, this is why I respect the man. I revere the man. He's number 2 on the Mount Rushmore all time. He ain't the GOAT. This is the reason why. I hope you're listening, Shay. I hope you're listening, Shannon Sharp, who likes to call LeBron James GOAT James. Oh, I want to see what your response is to that sound. Because let me tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you a taste of history. That roster that LeBron James is alluding to, he makes valid points. He's not wrong about the roster. My point is, what the hell does that have to do with you, LeBron? What does that have to do with you? Now, why would Stephen A. ask such a question? Albeit rhetorically. Here's why. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember in 2011, LeBron James and the Miami Heat, with that roster, were up 2-1 on the Dallas Mavericks before losing 3 straight. Do you know that LeBron James in Game 4 scored 0 points in the fourth quarter? Do you know that in Game 5, LeBron James scored 2 points in the fourth quarter? Do you know that in that Game 4, LeBron James had 8 points? 8! For a career 27-point per game scorer. For a dude that's approaching age 40 and averaging damn near 25. That LeBron James. 8 points in an entire Game 4 of an NBA Finals. 17 in Game 5, but only 2 points in the fourth quarter. And in Game 6, he had 21. Significantly and precipitously lower than his average. This wasn't about the roster. You didn't lose to the Miami Heat because of your roster. You lost to the Miami Heat because of you. Because you weren't who you are. The LeBron James that ultimately learned to become a champion. The LeBron James whose resume elevated and changed forevermore, who showed us that he could be a champion, who reminded us again by winning back-to-back championships, who ultimately years later overcame a 3-1 deficit and beat the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. You aren't that dude in 2011. I don't give a damn about no roster. You had D. Wade. You had Chris Bosh. You had the Haslams and the Eddie Houses and the Mike Millers of the world. You had a 2-1 lead in the NBA Finals and guarded by everybody from Jason Kidd to Deshaun Stevenson to J.J. Barea to Jason Terry. There was an APB out for you in the fourth quarter. That was not about your roster. That was about you. Period. There's no way around that. I don't care about the roster. The roster didn't stop you from averaging over 25 throughout the season. The roster didn't stop you from getting to the finals. The roster didn't stop you from being up 2-1 in the finals, even when Dirk Nowitzki was scoring points. What stopped you was that you were nowhere to be found in the fourth quarter. That is not something we have ever been able to say about Michael Jordan. That's why you're number 2 all time on the Mount Rushmore, not number 1. Let's stop that nonsense. You're right about the roster, but you ain't right as to that's the reason y'all lost in the finals. If you had shown up in the fourth quarter, y'all would have won the chip. You'd have 5 championships instead of 4.